Hello everyone, it's a Historical Gamer here. So a really brief update this morning, and I finished quite a lot of stuff. So where shall I start? It's mainly been accessories for my gaming, to be honest. I'm working towards having a setup so I can do battle reports. But I'll start with the Ulans. I've shown these lots of times, but my final movement tray base, the 3-pill base on the end there, arrived the other day. So I've pulled that together, flocked it, etc., and varnished it, so it's now so that unit is now 100% perfectly finished. So I just thought I'd share that. I think it looks amazing. Although that is me saying that, and it's making me enthused to paint some Russian infantry and start to build out that force. But yeah, really pleased with those. Other stuff. So this has given me kind of a sense of hobbyist completion, because I bought quite a lot of scenery things over the years, but if they've been like a bargain on eBay or something, and never got around to painting them. When it comes to what I'm going to paint next, I always tend to paint like miniatures and then have a growing mountain of other stuff I need to do. So I've changed that a little bit, so I'm quite happy with that. These are all of them Renedra, although that's kind of Perry miniatures, but produced by Renedra. Really good detail on these. They come up so nicely. Gabions, obviously, so the giant kind of wicker sacks of rubble that you'd kind of put an artillery emplacement behind, so I can use them in games. That would be really cool. Really like those. Set of 4 tents. These are bell tents for obvious reasons. A couple of them are open, the ones at the back, and you get a couple of camp beds, so you can see that in there. I've put that one in there, and there's one sideways on there. You also get a little fire. I was going to put it kind of red and yellow, but it didn't look very good, so I just left it as an old fire for today. The other two are kind of closed, but yeah, they come up really nicely. Just give them a bit of a rattle can primer in the garage, bit of gravel around the bottom and flock, and then just layered up the painting. So I went with a kind of quite a pale colour, washed it with Agrax Earthshade, and then built up various kind of khakis and light woods and stuff to give that weathered, lived-in feel. So I think they look really nice. They look really nice on the battlefield as in like kind of a corner, like a little encampment, using for scenarios. And the last one, I can't believe how easy this was to paint, because it's got so much texture on it. I really do like these hard plastic buildings. Again, I showed you that there's a couple of ladders. I'm probably going to, in fact I am going, I won't show it now, but I've got a sheet of 2mm MDF, like a giant sheet, which I'm going to cut to size and make a little base for this. It won't be massive, but just a little bit around the outside for me to put some detail on, and a bit of grass tufts, etc. The ladders, you can use them for like Escalade in other games as well, so they're super useful to have, but I'll probably just use them leaning against this in scenes, and obviously a wagon wheel as well. I'll just pick it up actually, spin it around. I think it's supposed to be wood everywhere, so wood paneling on the outside, and then like kind of wooden tiles on the top. But I thought I'd paint it. I think I painted it kind of a slate colour, so you just like started a really dark grey, a wash of kind of Nuln Oil, and then built up gradually different layers of grey up to a kind of a white for some very top highlights. It's a bit glary in the light there, but yeah, it really is. In the shadow you can see that, and then textured the wood as well. Really easy to do. It didn't take me very long at all actually. So once I've kind of blasted it, undercoated and given it a bit of a wash, and then just layered it up, it came up together quite nicely. So I varnished it last night. It's got lots of options in the game. It's got good height, it's a block line of sight, decent windows in it, so it can be used as a kind of a defensive position, although that wood doesn't look too strong, a little bit rotten in places. But yeah, so that's what I've done. The next thing I'm going to do is work on the, I'll just briefly show you, is the large building that I'm working on over here. Oh, actually, I'll show you these. I didn't show you these last time. So, yeah, this is what it is. It's all been assembled. We've put the gravel on it, and we've plastered the wall. So the plaster needs tidying up, but I was concerned with the roof. It's kind of doesn't have much texture, so it won't take paint very well. So I looked at a couple of options. I bought these railway pan-tile sheets. I don't know if I did show these. If I'm repeating myself, that's just because I'm getting old. So yeah, these are kind of pan-tile, and you can cut them down to shape, and they fit on there. They're not quite. They're a bit small for the others, so I could extend them and then glue them together, and when you paint them it won't show. But then on the big roof, you know, I'm going to need like lots, so I don't think it'll work. So as another alternative, because I wasn't sure which would be best, I bought this from, I think, Workbench, and it's just like kind of thick paper stroke card, long sheets of tiles, and you glue them on in strips. So yeah, I'm not sure which one's going to be best. I think I'm going to I'll start with gluing this onto the big house, because the pan tile plastic sheets are just not, that's not going to cut it. I could probably, it's not too bad on some of these smaller buildings if I kind of, you know, have one and a bit glued together, and then I can work on the join so it doesn't show as much. That's fine. But when you look at that, that's just not gonna cut it. So I'm gonna start with these on here. Yeah, and that's it. So this is what I'm working on next. So this should be the next update on what I've got to do. I've also started a giant project as well, but more of that later. Yeah, that's it. So that's my hobby update. We're doing some more painting and building over the weekend. If you like this type of content, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.